Today we are doing part 4 of our Art Talk video interview with artist Mark A. Foltz. Our question today is, some people thought you were a little harsh on your last interview I had with you. Can we do a follow-up to that video, and can you explain why you feel that way?
Yeah, I'll do a follow-up, I guess. Well, I was a little harsh. Let me turn this down here. I listen to this to relax a little bit. Well, I thought I was a little harsh, but because I'm irritated about the whole thing. But I don't want to really let down any young artists that are coming up in the field, because it's important that they stay positive, because it's a really tough business, and they should go for any kind of avenue that they can excel in. And just because it ain't for me, doing consignments are not for me. Taking on commissions are not for me. And I just choose not to do those, because they went sour for me when I first started doing art, and I lost a lot of money because of it. And I just got out of the interior decorator type business and those type of things, and I just don't want to deal with galleries or anybody telling me how to paint. So, but if you're good with people, then I think you should take every single opportunity that you got coming, because it's a tough business, like I said. And one of the things I would definitely recommend is that if you are starting out in the business of art, or being in illustration, or being a freelancer, or trying to do commercial art, if you're a commercial artist, go with it if you can. But I recommend you stay in school, because it's taken me 15 years of my damn life, which is a long time, to get to point A to point B, because I didn't get the education that I needed. So even though there's a little bit of a difference, I call myself a living artist because I was born with the gift, and I didn't really need education to be a professional artist, but I needed education to help me climb up the ladder faster. So if you do have an avenue, such as an aunt or a mom or a dad that's in illustration, or does some kind of commercial art, or does some kind of freelance work that can get you into the business, or maybe you have a cousin that owns a gallery, or whatever, you have a friend that owns a gallery, take that opportunity and run with it. I didn't mean to be negative about it, because I don't want to, like I said, pull any young artists that are coming up in the field down because of my negative thought on the whole thing of being a commissiony artist, or somebody that goes under a contract or whatever. It's just not for me. I don't like consignments. But if you do and you can excel in that, go for it. So hopefully I cleared the air with that. If you're into advertising, graphic designing, art, if you're going to be an art teacher, part-time artist, commercial, creative services, or maybe you're just crafty and you're not a full-time artist, you're just crafty, do it to get relaxation. Art is therapy. And so art is good just all the way around. It's just good. I can't find anything wrong with being creative or doing art. I didn't start out doing it for money. I did it because it relaxed me. I was good at it. It kept me out of trouble. And later on, I felt I was getting a lot of, like I said, commissions and galleries trying to get me to do things. And it started out different for me, because I was really kind of pushed into the field of selling, because I did so much art and I had to get rid of it. And I felt that I was doing a lot of good art at the time, and that I could sell it. So I said, why not? People suggested, why don't you sell your art? And I was like, well, I don't really do art to sell it, but it started sounding pretty good after a while. I came into some hard times, and my art saved me. My art actually made me some money and helped me keep my rent and helped me pay for my bills, and it saved me. So basically, I think I was just born to be an artist, and I call myself a living artist, and because I live on the edge, and I do this for a living, and I do it to live. And so it's a little different than somebody that's just crafty or artistic, or somebody that just commercially does it. But by all means, if you have a way to get into the industry, a shortcut, take that shortcut, guys. If you're a young artist and you got little opportunities, that your friends got a gallery, like I said, or somebody's giving you a big old check to paint something for them, go ahead and do it. I won't do it, because to me, like I told you in my other video, I was harsh about it. I don't like feeling like a puppet. I don't like feeling that way. But I mean, if you're good with people, then you should do it. I'm not that good with people, so I shouldn't do it. But I was kind of harsh on artists, and I don't want to be negative, and I don't want to be like a killjoy, but um, I think that you should try to get into a field like that and excel in that area because that's the way the new world is now. I came up in an older world, the 80s generation, so a little bit different. There wasn't computers, there wasn't anything, no Facebook, no Instagram, no, you know, any kind of social medias where I can excel in to help me, get further up. Now there is. There's all these platforms that you can, really pull yourself up. And I think you should use every opportunity to excel in art if you can and find anything to levitate you to that level that you need to be. And if you're just doing it to have fun, that's great. Do it to have fun. If you're doing it to teach others, do that. Be an illustrator. Be a craft person. Keep busy. Anything to do with art is always a good thing. It helps you mentally, it helps you physically, and it helps you financially. And it can get you out of a jam. I'm living proof that it has. Anyways, hopefully I made that clear. I'm going to talk about where my humble beginnings came from. I was kind of, like I said, I was pushed into the industry kind of against my will. I didn't like doing landscapes, but the galleries in Grand Junction, Colorado here, and all over Boulder and on places where I was exhibiting my work only kind of accepted landscapes. I was in frameworks and gallery for over 13 years, and the guy only wanted landscape. So I had to learn the rules of landscape. I had to learn how to get good at it. And it was a tough thing because I really didn't like doing landscapes. And I didn't go to school to do landscapes, so the guy kind of told me what I needed to do little by little. And I went out and plein air painted a lot, and I learned nature, and I learned how to paint. And when I first started out doing paintings, I, of course, painted 13 years in the Bob Ross style. I painted with Bob Ross himself. I painted in Denver, Boulder, Colorado on PBS, and I got certified through Bob Ross to paint Bob Ross paintings. I have a large collection of Bob Ross style paintings that I did. I got into my first gallery of Bob Ross paintings. Working Artist Studio and Gallery is my first gallery I entered through Karen White, and I went through her, and a few of her colleagues got me started in the second gallery down on Main Street, which I also sold Bob Ross style paintings. And I finally just got tired of it because I wanted to grow as an artist, so I wanted to learn the rules. And so I started studying and buying tons of books and tons of stuff and self-studying what I needed to do to make a professional painting. And it was tough, guys. It was a super tough deal to learn. Like I said, it took me 13 years to learn the rules. And so there is a lot of rules to plein air painting and a lot of rules to traditional landscape painting. And so try to get educated if you can and go that direction. But I'm glad I did it, but abstract is my love, and it's always been in me naturally, and I never had to go to school for it. I'm just a natural born expressionist painter, and I love doing what I do, and this is what I do most of the time now. I still do plein air paintings to relax. I still travel around and do a lot of little California scenes. I go travel to Arizona, Alaska, places like that to do plein air paintings, and I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy doing little 5x7s, 8x10s, 9x12, stuff like that. But like I said, I do so many type of things now because I was trying to find myself, and that's what got me into the expressionism. I finally went back full circle and just started doing that. And then, as it went, I started to kind of creating my own stuff, like, the explodings, the vortexes, the magical liquid abstracts that I do with the magical worlds. I started doing all kinds of things, and then of course I got into pop art. I started doing celebrity pop art, super popular in the 90s with pop art. I don't do it as frequently now because it's time consuming, and I started getting a lot of, like I said, consignment people and people wanting me to do certain things, and I just don't do that. I kind of quit doing it. I still have a lot of pop art in storage that I'll probably be selling soon. I might be printing it soon. I don't know yet, but I do all kinds of art. But like I said, when it comes to art, my favorite love is expressionist abstract. I like to do figurative abstract. I like to do grotesque pieces, strange pieces, dark, moody pieces, end of day scenarios. I kind of walk on the darker side of things, and I kind of like to paint a lot of freaks and weird things because there's so many things in my society that I have to vent and get out of my mind, and disturbing things out there that it intrigues me, so I paint it, and I feel there's a market for it, and I like doing it, and I'm the best at doing it, so why not do it? I think that's where my niche is, and so that's where I'm at today. But I do all kinds of artwork, so please visit Foltz Fine Art and check out some of my modernist pieces. Very popular for doing those. I'm doing them a lot larger now, but only on my website. I'm not going to put them on eBay large, just my website, foltzfineart.com. Go visit me there. I'm going to be showing you some video footage of some of the newer works. I always videotape everything that I do, and I'll show it here on YouTube. And anyway, stay tuned, keep watching, and go visit my website, please, and also visit my eBay site, and just have fun. Just browse through there and just have fun, guys. And I appreciate you for all your time. I hope everybody has a rock and roll 2019, and you know, it is what it is. Hopefully that I soften things out there with these young artists that are coming up. I don't want to be disinfluencing anybody from going forward. I want everybody to try to be creative and do the best that they can, and take any avenue they can, and keep going forward. It's all for art, baby. It's all for art in the name of art. Okay, I love you guys. Peace out. Foltz Art.